Hello friends, welcome to Computology Academy. So today we are going to discuss about the recent rounds of talks that is going on in Alaska at Anchorage. So US and China are trying to realign their relations after the change of the administration. That is the Joe Biden administration has came, and thereafter the China and US are conducting this high level meeting. That is the first one after the coming of or the taken over of the US administration by the Joe Biden administration. So on 25th of March there was a meeting at Anchorage in which there was various allegations that were put on the Chinese government by the US diplomats, and thereafter in return the Chinese diplomats also put various allegations on the US administration or the US government. So what is the issue and why they are so aggressive on each other, and rather than realigning their administration and their relationships, they are accusing each other for various allegations and various violations in the international politics and the geopolitical issues. So what is the first issue? That this meeting, various allegations were put on China by USA. So first was the Hong Kong issue, that is the recent massacre of the protesters who were protesting in favor of the democracy in Hong Kong. Thereafter the change of the demography in the Uyghur region, that is the Xinjiang region, where the Uyghurs are being muzzled out and their civil rights are being curtailed, as well as there were issues with the Taiwan, that China is provoking Taiwan and trying to curtail its sovereignty. Okay, so let us start. So what is the issue? So before we start, I request you to subscribe our channel and press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload the new videos. So here what is the issue? That US and China are conducting high level meeting in which they are pressing the various allegations against each other. So the Secretary of State Antony Blinken from USA and the National Security Advisor of USA, that is Jack Sullivan, and here the Foreign Minister of China, that is Wang Yi, and Yang Jiechi, the Politburo member and high level diplomat of China. These four members were there in the meeting. So what I started with, they started with the 2 minutes introductory speech, that is the initial speech, in which they didn't follow the protocol. So both of the countries pressed the allegations and put the allegations on each other. They didn't follow the protocol, that is the international protocol of the meetings. As well, China was alleged by USA that they are violating the human rights of the Uyghur Muslims. They are trying to change their demography. They are curtailing their civil rights, and there is no free kept captive or kept in the jail, and they are being brainwashed and tortured. Thereafter there was the Hong Kong issue, China issue, as well as USA alleged the Chinese government that the Chinese government is harassing its allies, and they are using the undue practice in the economy and the trade. They are providing undue and unaligned subsidies to their manufacturing industry, due to which the world trade is getting distorted. So all these allegations were put on the Chinese government by the US diplomats, but the Chinese diplomats were well prepared, as they knew that these things are going to be happen in the meeting. As before 10 days of this meeting was on 25th of March, but before 10 to 11 days there was many sanctions imposed on Chinese government. The China government faced many sanctions from the US government because of their muzzling of the protesters who were protesting in favor of the democratic rights in Hong Kong. So they were well aware that these things may happen. So what they did, they accused US of violating the human rights, masquerading the black Americans and curtailing their civil rights. They even allege the US government that there is no law and order for the black Americans. Only the white Americans are having all the power. So these kind of allegations were used. Again, the Chinese government also alleged the US government that they are provoking or they are facilitating the attack on China by different countries. So basically what they were doing, they were accusing USA of supporting India, Taiwan or Vietnam or the Philippines. So right now what happened, the Philippines has sent 202 detachment boats, the Coast Guard boats, towards the disputed South China Sea. All these allegations were made by China. But when the situation became most heated, when US government said that India is unparalleled friend of USA and they will support India in case of any aggression from China. So this was an open statement which was put forth bluntly in front of the Chinese diplomats, which they were not expecting. So all these things happened, and thereafter what happened, this Uyghur Xinjiang province issue was put forth very fiercely by the US diplomats, as the Uyghurs consider this as the East Tajikistan. Here the Tajikistan border touches the China, but basically the Chinese government or the Communist Party is dominated by the Han Chinese, which is the region of this coastal region, Eastern China region, and thereafter most of the Chinese regions, that is Tibet region, which was captured by China. Thereafter this Xinjiang region, this Manchuria region is also not getting their due participation and representation in the government. Thereafter this Mongolia region, that is New Mongol. These regions are being not incorporated well and getting facilitated well in the government, as this is a single party system where the Communist Party dominates. So whoever comes in the government, it doesn't matter, the policy doesn't change. So this is the situation on which US was accusing China and commenting on it, and because of this what happened, the situation became heated, and that is why the Chinese government was in retaliation accusing USA of different issues. Why was this? Because after the Quad meeting, recently the Quad summit, high-level Quad summit occurred, virtual summit, in which the statement against China was there, and thereafter that statement was not explicit but implicit. But as the grouping shows itself that China is getting encircled in the South China Sea, the China is feeling that it is alone, as all the Southeast Asian countries, maximum of them are having the border dispute with China, so they are not in favor of China except that of North Korea. Thereafter Japan, Australia, USA and India, the four major countries in the region, Indo-Pacific region, are aligned in single grouping. So China is facing the isolation. So because of that, it is feeling that it is getting isolated. That is why China accused USA that it is facilitating the attack, or it is trying to make the countries to attack on China. So this was the accusation made on USA, and China accused USA that they are trying to destabilize the region. So all this happened. So why this happened? Basically, the Trump administration was very aggressive, but this is not the case with Joe administration. It was thought by the Chinese government. The Chinese government thought that as the Trump administration will go and the Joe Biden administration will come, so it will be much liberal, as the Joe Biden is a 45-year-old seasoned politician. He is in the politics since last 45 years and he is the member of the Senate or the Congress time and again. So Xi Jinping thought that the Joe administration may not be so aggressive like the Trump administration, and they can negotiate various things with the Joe administration. But what happened? All their hopes fizzled out when the Joe administration imposed the sanctions on the Chinese government after they muzzled out the Hong Kong protesters. And thereafter what happened? The Joe administration is also not going to give much more relaxation to the Chinese government, as the political policies or the international policies are not made in a day, or it doesn't change with the change in the administration time, and again to a great extent only some realignments are done, because there are think tanks in each and every country who make the policies. The international policies and geopolitical issues are looked after by the think tanks, not by the politicians itself. They can only say that this kind of things may happen, this kind of things are my demand, or I'm trying to do this kind of things with these countries. But thereafter there are the people, the think tanks, who suggest them, and they guide the geopolitical issues and the realignments of any country. So basically what they are going to do, they are going to look after their own international interest, not the interest of China or not the aspirations of Xi Jinping. So Joe Biden is basically an American, so he will first look after the interest of the Americans, not even India or Japan or Australia. They are basically fulfilling their own interest, their own national interest is first and the paramount in their policies. So basically what happened, the hopes of Xi Jinping administration, the Xi Jinping government fizzled out as soon as they found that the Joe Biden administration is also not going to give any relaxation or any kind of the liberties to the Chinese government. So what they are going to do, they will not be able to do in the near future, because Joe administration openly and bluntly supported India, and due to this disengagement process which has ensued right now, the Chinese are thinking that there is a realignment in the geopolitics, and China is getting encircled by various countries like Japan, Australia, Philippines, India, etc. So what will be the output of this summit, we will see, as this is a 3-day summit, and on 26th of March, that is Friday, the last meeting will be there, and thereafter whatever the official statements gets released, according to that we will again post the video on it and we will keep you informed. Thank you very much and have a nice day, and do subscribe our channel for further informative videos and press the bell icon to get informed whenever we upload the videos. Visit our website for various courses. This is our contact number, so in case of any queries you may get in touch with us or WhatsApp us or Telegram us on this number. Thank you very much and have a nice day.